Hi, my name is Dan Kudinovich, and I am with Apex IT, and I'm a practice director here. And I head up our Fusion CRM practice with our Vice President, Brian Hinz, another gentleman that recently came on board at Apex IT, Adam Perry. So today we're here to introduce Apex IT's Fusion CRM practice and what we feel are some differentiators to Fusion CRM. And we'll also spend some time to talk a little bit more about some of the Fusion CRM wins we've had recently. So just a brief update on Apex IT. If we're new to you, Apex IT is an Oracle Platinum partner. We also participate in the CRM Invested Partner community. This is something that we pride ourselves on because there's only about 12 partners that are part of this CRM Invested Partner community, and we get access to product strategy and product development through several different conversations on a bi-weekly basis and on a quarterly basis, where we travel to Redwood Shores, meet with product development, product strategy. We meet with Ben Nirashimi and Steve Buchan. What we're doing here is getting access to a number of different trainings and product direction ahead of the curve, ahead of other Oracle partners. So this is an invite-only community that we're proud to be a part of. And because Oracle is investing in us and we're investing in Oracle and spreading the love around the Fusion CRM messaging, we have actually had a great success story in Green Mountain Coffee Roasters, which spurred our ability to get the Oscars of the Oracle Fusions or the Oracle CRM world, and that's the Partner of the Year for Customer Relationship Management. So that's kind of our Oscar in the partner field. We've been around since 1997, and we focus primarily on the customer relationship management side of the house. And you can see below a number of different CRM products that we currently support. One of the things we wanted to go ahead and highlight here is Fusion CRM and what have been some differentiators as we've gone to market in our Apex IT install base, as we've gone to market into the Oracle install base, and as we've competed head-to-head against Salesforce.com. We've termed a couple of things here, work where you want to work. This was one of the biggest sells for Green Mountain Coffee Roasters because it gave their sales team a lot of flexibility to be able to interact with the application, whether they do it from a standard web UI, whether they do it from the desktop, or a mobile or tablet functionality. This is also a differentiator in several of the other sales opportunities Apex IT has been a part of, and we'll have logo slides and a couple of items to talk about here in a couple of slides. We also wanted to highlight that this is the first cloud-based sales marketing ERP solution in one cloud. That's a big differentiator because you have it all in one spot as opposed to several different integrations like the Salesforce.com model with third-party applications. And that goes into extensibility. Fusion CRM is extendable. You can get additional functionality, again, all in one cloud. That includes territory planning, incentive comp, sales predictor, sales campaigns, and customer data management. With Salesforce.com, you have to do that in the partner network, and that creates different service level agreements. The biggest sell here that we found in the marketplace that has got people to be less excited about the application model that Salesforce.com has is primarily look at the acquisition of Eloqua. That was a leading marketing tool in the Salesforce.com platform, where folks that were using that tool were now forced to go ahead and look at a new marketing solution, create a steering committee, create budget, create a planning process around a product that is no longer available in the Salesforce.com community. That's a major disruption to their business, and that affects their business performance overall. Obviously, we can see here from a Fusion standpoint that Oracle is investing a lot of money in the CX platforms. That is another differentiator when Fusion CRM is discussed in a sales opportunity, as well as flexible deployment options depending on what the customer is interested in or the prospect is interested in. And then obviously with the acquisition of RightNow being a leader in the service solution, there's a lot of great functionality all in one cloud. A little bit more about Apex IT. Since being around in 1997, we've had over 1,100 engagements, 1,150 engagements in a variety of different industry types. You can see some of our logos here. These do span across all the CRM platforms that we support, including EBS, PeopleSoft, Siebel, Fusion CRM, CRM On Demand, and actually some of the legacy Vantiv application. A little more about our Fusion CRM practice specifically. As we talked about with the invested partner community, we get different programs and campaigns and training and enablement. We got the 2012 Partner of the Year for CRM. We also want to highlight here that we are a little bit of a differentiator in CRM in the marketplace because we actually took some CRM tools and placed them into the HR suite with the HR help desk functionality, very similar to IT help desk, very similar to service and support organizations, and that got us last year to the HCM honorable mention. One thing I want to highlight right in the middle here is last year we influenced 1.2 million in Fusion licenses. To date, and Q3 isn't over yet, we've already influenced 1.2 million, so we should go well above and beyond what we did last year as far as our co-influence and Fusion licenses. So when people do bring Apex IT to the table to help them differentiate the Fusion CRM product, we do help them win. About ourselves, we moved and converted from CRM on demand to Fusion sales. We also use the sales campaigns functionality as well here at Apex IT. And we've created some pilots, which we'll go ahead and talk about here just shortly, that has some accelerated implementations and has migration conversions from CRM on demand and Salesforce.com. We've been participating in Fusion CRM the whole experience since the early adopter program. So we've been around for about 25 months access to the Fusion CRM product. We've got 20 consultants trained, and we've just started our 6th implementation. One of the things that has helped us be successful with Fusion CRM in the marketplace is talking about CRM success, where Apex IT focuses more on people, process, and then the technology. We've really had some great insight into connecting to executive leadership and sales leadership and IT leadership to talk about what it means to be successful with CRM. Not going outside of the bounds of what a application can typically do, staying within the functionality, but that's only just a part of it, because what we have to understand is what process is a company doing to facilitate a lead, to sales opportunity, to closure state, and all the processes in between, and can any of that be accelerated or changed in some capacity to help stay within the confines of the application and to actually help the salespeople get more out of the tool. Now, if we move on, why that's such an important piece to Apex IT, because here's a Gartner bar chart that was created. And obviously you can see on the right-hand side, people, process, technology, and then knowledge assets. People and process account for about 78% of a success with customer relationship management. It deals with change management, whether the executive team is ready, what kind of training was done, and really there's only a small percentage, 9%, that the technology is the reason why CRM wasn't successful in an organization. So when you bring Apex IT involved in a sales process or in an implementation, we do understand the technology, but what helps the whole process be successful is that we understand the people and process part of it. This is a slide that we live by. Next, we want to go and highlight a couple of our CRM Accelerator options here. If we're going to move left to right, we're going to start out with our proof of concept option. And this is something that we don't put into production, but it's for the savvy Oracle customer who wants to try to put Fusion CRM in, whether it be in a pilot fashion for a new sales team, whether it's a new product they want to focus on at an organization. The idea behind the proof of concept is to get Fusion CRM in so that your Oracle customer, your prospect, has access to Fusion CRM. We basically set it up from a workshop standpoint, help them develop the requirements, help them understand what they want to get out of the account object, what they want to get out of the opportunity object or the lead object. And once we've got that mapped out, we turn it loose to the prospect or the client for them to go ahead and build out the functionality. And then we're on-call support and available to go ahead and do some QA checking to help them build a report, to create a custom field, so that if they feel that their instance was built correctly, we can determine if that is the case. And ultimately, without us flipping on the switch of going live with it, they can do so after our QA test, and they have access to Fusion CRM then at a relatively low cost. However, as we move to the middle and to the right-hand side, what we found out is these are the two more successful CRM implementation options because there's a little more hand-holding that Apex IT provides. Because while we say here limited scope, it might be the account object or customer object, it might be the opportunity object and the contact object. There's some flexibility with that scope in case they don't have a heavy data conversion requirement. Maybe we add in the lead object and help them with lead management. Maybe from an opportunity standpoint, we delve a little bit deeper and get into specifics on their products. So the idea behind the Quick Start implementation is to give them a core foundational implementation in the web interface, because from an implementation perspective, that's how Fusion CRM is built, to do all the configuration in the web interface first and then move outwards to CRM desktop into mobile and test that functionality. So the Quick Start implementation is the core. We get them set up to utilize the application in a matter of about 4 weeks. The Quick Start Plus adds a couple of additional options. It's everything in the Quick Start. It's the addition of an additional 40 hours, but we've added on either CRM desktop or some data conversion or adding in the mobile component. And again, this is live in production. So we see a lot of folks get into this Quick Start implementation or the Quick Start Plus option. If they want it all, we would go ahead and put together a more custom Quick Start for that client, which we have done, and we have Advanced Pure Foods as a reference on a logo slide here coming up. To get more in depth, and we can turn over this deck to Ariba later on, MKS is one option that we've put together for a 4-week implementation. This is just to show some visibility here on what we do within that 4 weeks and what specific things they were looking for. The Pilot Plus is an implementation we did at Picotech. That was a conversion from Salesforce.com, and they did flip on the mobile sales and CRM desktop functionality already. And this was a 6-week implementation for them, as you can see here. And now we wanted to get into more specifics, because this is something that the Oracle sales team has been asking us for. When we're talking about the duration of the implementation, how quick is it, what did it cost the customer, if we quoted a certain time period, what was the actual on that. So we've got some statistics here. So you can see here, if we start at the top with Green Mountain Coffee Roasters, they converted from PeopleSoft. Keurig converted from Siebel. We did some mashups, we did some integration, and these were 6-month long projects here. Apex IT, we did a first phase in 4 weeks and a second phase in 2 weeks, and we moved off of CRM On Demand. And that was our first phase, is to just get the base Fusion CRM functionality available. And later on, we flipped on the sales campaigns feature. So me as a salesperson, as a practice director, I have the ability to go ahead and create those campaigns to an audience that I choose, with my marketing team having created some collateral that I can zip out to folks. Picotech, again, was a Salesforce.com conversion. They signed up for the 6-week pilot. That is what we estimated. What we did is spend a little bit more time with this client to ensure that the desktop functionality was working, that the mobile functionality was working. And having that additional knowledge, that's what helped us create the Advanced Pure Foods and the Columbia Pipe estimates to be more on target. And here are what those are: 20-week implementation and 8-week implementation. Columbia Pipe specifically was really eager to go ahead and sign with Salesforce.com, but they felt that the Oracle strategy, having OBIEE in-house already, having JD Edwards in-house already, that purchasing Fusion CRM was a major differentiator for them because they got to keep it all under one roof. Advanced Pure Foods, so Columbia Pipe was a $300,000 implementation, but that's a custom implementation. Advanced Pure Foods took the Pilot Plus option and added a few more items to it, and that's how we got to this number here in an 8-week implementation. They were a little bit more heavy on the data conversion space. Apex IT also does have documentation. We can zip out to you a little 1-page Fusion CRM Pilot cheat sheet. We can zip over to you. But what our ask is when we go to market with the Oracle folks that are on the phone today, we are looking to work with you on a strategy, on picking an account or two to work very strategically with. Not to send mass blast emails, not to go ahead and do random call blitzes, but to have a very strategic, targeted approach where we understand the business, where our industry expertise or our customer relationship management experience is going to help out to the Oracle sales team and to the customer. We've been educating our own Apex IT install base, which is an Oracle install base, about what Fusion is and what it has to offer, because we feel in the strategy in supporting Oracle that if we have the opportunity to introduce Fusion before Salesforce.com has had the opportunity to do so, we create greater success. So we'd like to compare lists if possible, and again, be very strategic in what one or two accounts for each of the account sales reps that we can target. And then we have some webcasts coming up, something that we call the Fastcasts. We'd love to go ahead and introduce these to you. I sent some information to Ariba. The idea behind these Fastcasts, a webcast is typically 1 hour long, but a Fastcast is about 10 to 20 minutes long. It's a brief introduction to a specific part of Fusion functionality. Our first one is on March 7th, and we're going to talk solely about CRM Desktop, do a live demo, and it's going to take probably about 15 minutes total. And the idea is just to whet the palate of somebody who's interested in Fusion CRM if they've been kicking the tires, to constantly stay in front of them. So that first webcast, or that Fastcast, starts on March 7th. The next one after that, 2 weeks later, specifically on mobile functionality. Then 2 weeks after that, tablet functionality. Then after that, we get into the web UI and we start talking about incentive compensation. We talk about sales predictor and heat maps. We've got a second series coming out after the fiscal year end. So the idea behind this is to continually introduce Fusion CRM to those interested in wanting to learn more about it. And here's our contact information. So if you do have some questions, you can feel free to reach out to us. But I think this concludes my portion of the webcast for today. And I'll kick it back over to Crystal, and I think we unmute the lines and take some questions.
At this time, if you would like to ask a question, simply press star, then the number 1 on your telephone keypad. We'll pause for just a moment to compile the Q&A roster. Again, to ask a question, please press star 1. We have no questions at this time.
Dan, this is Ariba. I just wanted to pinpoint something. Most of the references that you had on that one slide were mid-market accounts, right? Everyone from Picotech to Columbia Pipe and Advanced Pure Foods.
Absolutely.
Okay.
After we get past Green Mountain Coffee Roasters and Keurig, Apex IT, Columbia Pipe, Advanced Pure Foods, Picotech, those are all mid-market accounts. And actually that's where we're seeing the most lift currently because not only the promotion, but I think Oracle has found a really good sales strategy in getting to their EBS or JDE install base where there's a CRM that's not existent, but it's a client that has Outlook and leveraging that in the sales process.
Okay, excellent. Well, I will follow up with you, Dan, and we can get together with our CRM co-prime teams and work on some of those strategic accounts that we can go after together.
Okay.
All right, excellent. Thank you so much for your time.
All right. Thanks a lot, everybody.